Recording in progress.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursaleen nabiyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsan ila yawmiddin. Amma ba'd, rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Bismillahilladzi la yadhurru ma'a ismihi shay'un fil ardi wa la fis sama wa huwas samiul alim. اللهم نرجو رحمتك فلا تكلنا إلى أنفسنا طرفة عين وأصلح لنا شأننا كله لا إله إلا أنت. اللهم أحسن عاقبتنا في الأمور كلها وأجرنا من خزي الدنيا وعذاب الآخرة. اللهم اجعل الحياة زيادة لنا في كل خير واجعل الموت راحة لنا من كل شر. اللهم أذهب الباس رب الناس واشف أنت شافي لا شفاء إلا شفاؤك شفاء لا يغادر سقما. اللهم احفظنا تحت ظل عرشك لا يكون ظل إلا ظلك. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم يا أيها الإخوة في هذه الحلقة الجديدة لتعلم اللغة العربية. اليوم سنبدأ بدرس جديد يسمى درس يتعلق بالفعل الماضي وفعل المضارع. So it will be a new chapter which we'll be discussing today, and it talks about the verb in the past and the future tense. So inshallah, I will be sharing the book, and before going with the reading of the chapter, we will go with the exercises, and we will complete the exercise part first so that we can have an in-depth knowledge about the rules and regulation which are associated with the chapter, and after that it will be very easy to understand the chapter which we will be doing after that, inshallah. So now I will be sharing the book. It will be now it's on your screen. So this is chapter number 10. Now here you can see this is chapter number 10. I will not read the chapter first. We will start with the exercise, and we will start not with the first, because first exercise are the questions which are being asked about the chapter, and the second follows the same. So we will be starting with this exercise number 3. Now in this we have ta'ammalil amsilatal atiyata. So we have ta'ammal. Ta'ammala yata'ammalu. Ta'ammal means to ponder. So on what we have to ponder? We have to ponder, or we have to think about the amsila. Misal is an example, and amsila are the examples. Atiya means which are coming. So we have to ponder on the examples which are coming. Ta'ammalil, it's ta'ammal, but if any verb comes and after that there is a lam and we want to connect it because it is ta'ammal, so we will give a kasra, because we know that whenever there is iltiqa'i sakinain, you know about that rule, when there are two schools, so it's not possible to read that word, so we need to change that with some vowel sign so that it can come in a readable form. In this, like it is ta'ammal, it was like this, ta'ammal, ta'ammal, it was ta'ammal, but we put a kasra, here, so it becomes ta'ammalin. Okay, so this is, we have put a kasra here. Now we have an example here. This is mazi. Al-mazi means past, and al-mudhari'u means future. Mazi we studied in book number in this book only, in book number 2 we studied. If we just see about all the 9 chapters, we will come to know that we are talking in the past tense only. Now if we want to talk in the future tense or in the present tense, then we have a different form of verbs which are coming, and we call them as al-mudhari'. We say fi'lul mazi. This is fi'lul mazi, and then we have fi'lul mudhari'. Fi'lul mudhari'. So future and past. Now the example is Zahaba Aliyun ilal madrasati amsin. Then we have in the future tense Yazhabu Aliyun ilal madrasati kulla yawmin. So we have 2 examples here now. Zahaba Aliyun means Ali went. This action was already done by Ali. So this is a past tense. And we know, like in Zahaba, in past tense we have 14 awzan. In future tense we have also, or present tense we have 14 awzan. Like if we start with Zahaba, Zahaba, Zahabu, Zahabat, Zahabata, Zahabna, Zahabta, Zahabtuma, Zahabtum, Zahabti, Zahabti, Zahabtuma, Zahabtunna. Then we have Zahabtu and Zahabna. Now in the future tense we have Yazhabu, Yazhabani, Yazhabuna, Tazhabu, Tazhabani, Yazhabna, Tazhabu, Tazhabani, Tazhabuna, Tazhabina, Tazhabani, Tazhabna, Azhabu, Nazhabu. So we have on both the sides, we have equal of 14 awzans. Depending upon male or female, and it also depends upon singular or plural, these awzans are being used accordingly to whom we are directing to our statement. Now here also we need to know that in future tense we have Hamza, we have Ya, we have Ta, and we have Noon. These are the 4 huruf which comes in front of the fi'lul mudhari'. Like if you see yazhabu, it was zahaba, but you put ya and it becomes yazhabu. Yazhabu aliyun. Zahaba is the verb. Now who is doing this verb is the Ali. He is the fa'il, doer of action, and it always comes with a dhamma sign on it. It comes with a dhamma sign on it. Ali went to the school. Amsin. Amsin is a zarf, is an adverb of time, or we say zarfu zaman. Amsin means yesterday. So it is pertaining to the time yesterday. Then in the future tense or in the present tense, yazhabu aliyun, Ali will go or Ali is going. Ali will go or he is going to the school. Kulla yawmin means every day. He is going to school or he will go to school every day. Now it depends. It can be a present tense or a future tense. Now I need that we will complete this whole before going to the another sentence. let me complete some other rules which are associated with this. Now, yes, now we have in this chapter we have, or again we will we will be dividing that in the Arabic verb. If we see, it's in the, we have fi'lun, we have fi'l means verb. Then we have a past tense. We have a past tense is number one. And past tense we say fi'lul ma'di. Then number two, we have future tense. Which we call as fi'lul mudari'. Then we have the third one, the imperative one, which is called as amar. Imperative. So imperative one is called as fi'lul amar. Fi'lul amar. Fi'lul amri. So we have this one. The fi'lul amr is something when we want to give command to someone. Then after that, we have, for future tense, we have 4 huruf, which they are a sign by which we come to know that this is a future tense. Number one, it is ya, then ta, then hamza, and noon. It comes in the beginning of the verb when we start. Now, for example, we have kataba. Let us discuss about this one. Kataba means he wrote. Then we have yaktubu. It means he will write. He wrote. And yaktubu means he will write. Now, that these are 3-letter verbs. These are 3-letter verbs. And in these 3-letter verbs, we have ka, ta, ba, and we have yak, tu, bu. Now the framework of these verbs are, this is the first radical, which is called as fa. This is the second radical, which is called as ain. And this is the third radical, which is called as lam. Always in the future tense, there will be something coming before this fa. Now this kaf and this kaf, they are similar, but this is the ya, As I told you, there are 4 letters which will be coming in the future tense. So here it is ya. So this ya is number 1. Then there is a sukoon on kaf. Always there will be a sukoon on the first radical. First radical will always be having sukoon. First radical will be having sukoon. Then the third radical, which is the ba or lam, we say here, and again ba, it will be always having a dhamma by default. By default, this will always be in the grammar or in the Quran when you will read. The first radical will be having a sukoon, and the third radical will be having a dhamma. Now remains the second radical, which is the ain kalma. Second radical. The second radical will can have a dhamma, or it can have a fatha, or it can have a kasra. Now there is a rule, and there are different bab for making these things. There are actually these 3-letter verbs which are called as these 3-letter verbs which are not having any additional component in it. It is only having, we say, sulasi mujarrad. They are sulasi means 3. They are sulasi means 3 because they are having 3 words, and they are mujarrad. They are not derived from anywhere. They are 3-letter verbs. Mujarrad, sulasi mujarrad. They are called as 3-letter verbs. Now in sulasi mujarrad, it is being divided into there are 6 babs for this. We can say sittatu abwabin. They are divided into 6 bab. Now, what are the 6 bab? Number 1 is if there is, we say jalasa yajlisu. If I say jalasa, if I say jalasa, then the future tense of this will be, then the future tense for this will be yajlisu. Now we will see here that this is the first radical, this is the second, and this is the third. First, second, third. Now the first radical is having a fatha, and the first radical is having sukoon, as I told you. The third radical will always be having a dhamma, as usual, as this is by default. Now the second radical can vary. Now here a kasra is coming in the second radical. Jalasa yajlisu. Jalasa yajlisu. This is the first bab. This is the first bab that it will be having a kasra. It is from the bab jalasa yajlisu. Then we have the second one. Then we have the second one. Then second one is kataba, as I just wrote before. Kataba. Then it will be yak to bu. Kataba yaktubu. Now here, this is the Ain Kalma and this is the Ain Kalma. This is the Ain, this is the second radical. This is having a fatha and this is having a dhamma. This is the second ba which we need to remember. Kataba yaktubu. There is not any special rule for memorizing this. It comes slowly and slowly. Once you start reading, you will not say kataba yaktibu. You will not say kataba yaktabu. You will say kataba yaktubu. So this fatha will be, this will be a fatha in the mazi but a dhamma in the mudari, like this. And here a fatha in the mazi but a kasra in the mudari. Now we have the third one. Now the third one. Third one is, we say zahaba. Zahaba. He left. Then I will say yazhabu. Now again, if you will see, the Ain Kalma is having a fatha, but here the Ain Kalma is also having a fatha. So in nutshell, if we will summarize these three bab, it means in Mazi, there is a dhamma on the Ain Kalma, but there can be a dhamma, there can be a fatha, or there can be a kasra. As I told, one example, jalasa yajlisu. Jalasa means he sat, yajlisu. And another example can be zaraba. He beats. Zaraba. He beat. And it will be yazribu. Again a kasra is coming here. Now, Dr. Zahid, if I will say gasala, means he washed, what will be the future tense? Gasala. What will be gasala?
Yaglisu.
Yagsilu. There will be a kasra. Now for the second bab, kataba yaktubu, where there will be a dhamma on the second radical, we can say qatala, means he killed. Qatala. What will be the future tense?
Yaktubu.
Yaktulu. Yaktulu.
Yaktulu.
If I will say sajada,
Sajada yasjudu.
yasjudu, Ahsan. Sajada yasjudu means he performed sajda. Yasjudu means he performed, and yasjudu will be he performs sajda. Now coming on to the third, if I say zahaba yazhabu, then if I say fataha, means he opened. Fataha, what will be the future tense?
Yaftahu.
Yaftah means he opens. If I will say now qara'a, means he read. What I will say,
Yakra'u.
yaqra'u. Qara'a Zahidun al-Qur'ana. Zahid read the Quran. Then I will say Yakra'u Zahidun al-Qur'ana. Zahid will read the Quran, or Zahid is reading the Quran. So these are the three bab. There are another 3 bab, but I will just give you one more bab because it will be too much. One more bab. See now in the fa'ala it was the ain kalma which was changing in the mudari. It was yaf alu or it was yaf ilu or it was yaf ulu. This was the formula for this. Now sometimes what happens in other 3 bab, there is a kasra on this ain kalma. In the mazi also, this fatha is not constant. It comes as kasra, or it comes as fatha, or it comes as dhamma. Now, for example, if I say fahima, fahima means he understood. He understood. It will be
يفهم
yafhamu. It will be yafhamu, means he understands. Fahima means he understood. Yafhamu means he understands. Likewise, another example is shariba. Frequently we are using this. Shariba means he drank. See now here is a kasra. Here is a kasra. So what will come? Shariba yash.
يشرب.
Yes, yashrabu. Now here comes a fatha in this. Now again, another example, hafiza means he memorized. What will come? Yahfazu. He memorizes. He memorizes. So these are the things which we need to learn in this. I will send this PDF in the group. So at least it will be with you and you can make a note. And there are 2 to 3 rules in this chapter. Number 1 rule, the second rule is that the counting will be from 21 to 30 in this chapter, because in the previous chapters the counting was 1 to 10, then 10 to 20. Now it's from 21 to 30. Now when the counting goes from 21 to 30, there will come a wow. There will come a wow, and this wow is used, is an ataf which will be used for joining. Like for example, if I have to say 21, I will say wahidun wa ishrun. Wahidun wa ishruna means 21. If I have to say, if I have to say 23, I will say salasatun wa ishruna. Salasatun wa ishruna. Ishruna means 20. Salasa means 3. So 20 plus 3 becomes 23. And always the first part will be having the tanween. Wahidun, salasatun. If I have to say, Dr. Himayu, if I have to say 24, how I will say? Dr. Himayu, if I have to say 24 men, how I will say? Arba'atun. Arba'atun. Wa ishruna rajulan. This we know that this is adad, the number, and this is the ma'dud, which is being counted, So this is the second rule. Now we have two more rules in this. One rule is that in this chapter there will be a time, like for example, if I have to say 8:45, if I have to say 8:45, 8:45 means 8:45. If this is the time, how I will say? I will say Asa'atu. Asa'atu means time. Then I will say Asa'atu. Then I will say 8:45 means there are 15 minutes are left for 9. So I will say At-tasi'atu illa rub'an. I will say At-tasi'atu illa with a shadda rub'an. Rub'an means a quarter. There are 4 rubu in 60 minutes. In 60 minutes, there are 4 rubu. 15, 15, 15, 15. So this 15 means rubu. This 15 means rubu, and Tasia means 9. So it means 8:45. That it means that there are 15 minutes left for 9. Likewise, if I have to say that there are minutes to 1, it means if I have to say 12:50, 12:50, or there are 10 minutes left for 1. So I will say Asa'atu wahidatu illa 10 daqaiq. So this is the process of time by which we speak. So it needs some practice for the time. Like if I have to say that the time is there are 10 minutes which are remaining for 1. So I will say Asa'atu. Asa'atu. Then I have to say 1. 1 means al-wahidatu. Al-wahidatu. Then I will say illa. 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 It literally illa means except. Means except, or it means that that there is some time left. Wahidatu illa. There are 10 minutes. 10 means ashara, and minutes means daqaika. Daqaika. It means there are 10 minutes to 1. Likewise, if I have to say 5 minutes to 2, now who will answer this question? If I have to say 5 minutes to 2, and it means 1:55, 1:55, or there are for 2 there are 5 minutes left. So how I will say? I will not say 1:55. I will say there are 5 minutes left for 2 p.m. because we need to make it precise. I will not say 1:55. I will say there are 5 minutes to 2. So what I will say, Asa'atu. Who will answer this? Dr. Zahir, you try. Asa'atu. 2 means Asani. 2 means 2. Then what will come? Except. Illa. 5 means Khamsa. And minutes means, we say dakika. Daqaiq. دقائق. Now if I have to say 1 minute to 5, 1 minute to 5, it means I am talking about 4:59. The time is 4:59. So how we will answer? Dr. Himayu, you give a try. As-sa'atu,
الساعة
5 means
خمسة خامس
al-qam.
الخامسة
Then
إلا
1 minute
دقيقة
illa daqiqatan wahidatan. Daqiqatan wahidatan. Daqiqatan wahidatan. So this is the time rule. Now we have the last rule in this chapter. Then inshallah next week we will start with the practice of the exercise we will do. The last rule is la'alla. La'alla. We have inna wa akhwatuha, inna, anna, la'alla, lakinna, laita. So la'alla is one of the sisters of inna. Inna means verily. Like inna Allah ghafurun rahimun. Verily Allah is Ghafur and Rahim. So inna, we know it gives tansabul isma wa tarfaul khabara. It gives a fatah to the ism and a dhamma to the khabar. Like inna Allah Ghafurun. Same applies for the la'alla. And la'alla is divided into two. It can be a positive type of thing. I hope that he is okay, or I am afraid he's not okay. So when we say if it is in the if we take it as something which is in the beneficial or in a good news, we say this is called as a taraji. It is called as taraji. And if it is in the bad sense, we call as ishfaq. Ishfaq. And here we have many names here as ishfaq. At taraji, and the second type is called as ishfaq. For example, lallahu yarjiu. Lallahu yarjiu al-yawma mutakhiran. La'allahu yarji'u al-yawma mutakhiran. It means I am afraid he will come back today late. I will just write it here. One is at-taraji. At-taraji. And the second is al-ishfaq. Al-ishfaq. For example, if I will say, La'allahu bi khair, I hope he is okay. Or I can say, La'allahu marizan. La'allahu marizun. La'allahu bi khairin. La'allahu marizan. Marizun. If I say, La'allahu bi khair, it means taraji. It means a good news. If I say la'allahu marid, it means ishfaq, means a bad news that he is not well, he is sick, or I am afraid he is sick. So inshallah, we will stop here. These are just the rules which will be associated with this chapter. Inshallah, next week we will start with the exercises first. The rules which we studied today, it will be applicable on all the exercises. And inshallah, I hope that we will start the chapter tomorrow, next week also, and we will complete the chapter because it's a very small chapter. Couple of exercises are in this. and inshallah then we will start chapter number 11 inshallah. Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi ajma'in.